Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome to my channel. Wow, it has been a very long time since I have been active here and a lot of things have changed. So one of them being we have relocated back to upstate New York, and we did that in November. And so throughout the process, even last year, and just different things have happened that I just want to share, because I not only need accountability, but I also want to just, share that sometimes things don't always work out. And we learn and we grow, we adapt, and we just focus on moving forward. And so today I'm going to be just sharing that using a new planner to me, the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. I've dipped my toes in it. I have filled out the trackers and all of the things, and I just hope and pray that we can just be honest and share our struggles and share what it is that we are doing that is helpful to us, so that way it can maybe be helpful and someone else can benefit from it. So I just want to say to this budgeting community, I hope you welcome me back here on YouTube. So without further ado, let me go ahead and share some truth with you guys. And it's going to be a bit hard for me to share it. This page, it's rough, but I did the thing that Dave Ramsey is completely against, and you might be against it too, but guess what? Personal finance is personal. And I share this on the internet. Yes, it's like public and whatnot. However, what we are going to be doing to fix the mess that we got ourselves in, that's something that I think is relatable. And it's okay to say you messed up when you were once debt-free and you celebrated that debt freedom. And now this is what we have. We are $33,800 in debt as of the beginning of 2024. And this is all stuff that came from the business. We did roll over some debt into 0% interest credit cards. So we did that, and then we couldn't pay the entire amount. So we did a consolidation loan. Yes, we did. It's a loan, and 9.5% interest over like a 23% interest on credit cards for a $19,000 balance. Yeah, I say that in my end, on my opinion, and in our household, we feel that that was a good move as far as rolling it over. You can think differently, but this is going to save us a lot more in those interest payments. So this is a number that we have, and I was very nervous to share this, but I've shared our journey to debt freedom here in the beginning of 2018. I shared everything that we have done, and yeah, this is really emotional and this is a really hard pill to swallow, but I'm just gonna do what we had done before, and we're gonna tackle this. We already have plans. We're just ready to become debt-free again. You guys, sometimes, I'm very disappointed, obviously, that this happened, but it's a new year, new beginnings, and new changes. So yeah, that's where we stand. And these are the bills that we have. A lot of these we are not willing to cut, like our supplements and vitamins. That is for like our health, and avoids me from paying high bills on prescription medication, much higher than what we're paying on subscriptions. So for the supplements, excuse me. So like those things, we're getting our health right. So there's certain items here that are non-negotiable. And this is just kind of an outlook, an overview of what our bills and stuff is looking like. We both got new jobs, moving to this state, and so we're ready to just get this thing done. And so we have I have meal plan ideas. I'm so ready for this to be done, but filled out our paycheck budget, and this is the cash that we are withdrawing. So $511 is what we are withdrawing because we're going back to the basics. Going back to the basics of things that we know work for us, that we know have allowed us to become debt-free in 2020. So 3 years later, or 4 years later now, we're starting over. And so I hope that you guys stick around and just cheer us on and allow me to motivate you if you are paying off debt. If you are in that same boat of, my gosh, you know, you were once debt-free and now you feel like you have a setback. Like you've taken 5 steps forward and like 4 steps back, you know, and this is the hard truth. So yeah, this is what we are doing. So I did go to the bank. I did our paycheck budget, doing the percentages. I still do that to this day. And I'm so thankful that God has blessed us with work and has actually increased our income, you guys. God is so good. So we have less expenses. People think living in New York is more expensive than where I was living in Florida. You have absolutely no idea, okay? You don't know, especially the area that we're living in. We live in upstate New York, not New York City. Upstate New York is very bigger, you know, there's a lot of farmland and all that. So we live in northern New York and it's much more affordable, cost effective. Yes, we pay New York State taxes, but overall, we definitely are ahead here. So I'm excited to just share our journey again and show you and hopefully hold myself accountable. You know, doing these videos had always held me accountable. So I'm going back to that. So we're gonna go ahead and just count this. I did go to the bank and I used the Budget Moms little tracker that was in here to take out the money. So I took out $511 and we're gonna go ahead and just count this out. And of course they don't face that. They don't face the money. So we're gonna do that. Let me speed it up in just a moment. Okay, so we have 6 $1 bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 15, 5, 10, 15 and 5s. 10, 20, 30 and 10s. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 120, 40, 160. 250s, 1, 2, and then 1 $100 bill. So now what I did, I wrote out what categories we will be stuffing. So the sinking funds start here at beauty and they end here at the Christmas Savings Challenge. And I have a lot more sinking funds categories than this. But here's the thing. When it comes to figuring out what you are going to save for, I personally want to focus on the things that are more important to us at this particular season. So season being 2-week period, you know, your pay period. What is the most important thing? What do you know that is coming up? Those are the things that you should focus on saving money for in those particular sinking funds categories. You may not be able to stuff all of your sinking funds categories that you have, and that is perfectly okay. I know that there are a lot of budget influencers and cash budgeters who you see them, they stuff like all bunch of different categories, and that's wonderful because they're in a different point financially, like they're in a different stage of life in their finances than you and me are, and that is okay. Focus on your lane and your lane alone. Have that tunnel vision, my friend. Let's not look to the person to the right or to the left of us. Let's look at what we have to do to get our life and our finances in order. And so there's a couple of things that I know we are going to have to do. There's things that personally we want to no longer neglect. One of them is like my husband going to the barbershop every, let's say, couple of weeks. For me, it's like getting stuff for my nails, items for my hair. So beauty is an important part. We have an older vehicle. We need to register our cars in this state. That costs money. We need to get new licenses. So I'm including that under car maintenance. even though I know driver's license, that's not under car, but in order to drive the car, you need to have a license. So there's car maintenance that we have to put in there. My husband, he is really wanting to attend a spiritual retreat, which is the men's retreat from our prior church in Florida. And that's happening around October. And so that has filled him spiritually, really uplifted him. And we feel that that is an important part of our life. So we're going to be saving for that. So the men's retreat, we have Mint Mobile, and that's paid out every 3 months. So we have to put some money aside for that. Our dogs always have emergencies taking place. Actually, we've taken my dog Delilah, I think, to the vet twice since moving here. So there's been a couple of expenses, high ticket expenses, that we have to put money aside for. So having like a pet emergency, we have something laid out there. We're now paying rent insurance annually. So we've already paid it before we moved in to our apartment. And so we have to make sure that we are putting money to pay that rental insurance when it comes due at the end of the year. We do have planning a trip this summer, and so we have to put money aside there, focusing on that. Yes, it's a splurge, but this is so minimal compared to what we are able to save and pay towards debt, okay? And then we want to make it a point to really focus on Christmas savings. And so that's for gift giving, that's for Secret Santas, that's for buying like food items, maybe new decor come that time. And so we are putting money aside for that. And I do have a Christmas savings challenge printable where you can print out your own envelopes and the tracker, cut it out and make your own. So that is available on my Etsy shop if you're wanting to save $1,000 in 52 weeks. So that is what this is laid out for. And now let's get into the nitty-gritty of stuffing some cash envelopes. These are what I am having for my cash envelopes. This binder is for my sinking funds, and then my little wallet. I got this off of Shein, by the way, and I am going to be using my little dividers that I got from an Etsy shop. I have it linked in the description box if you want to know where that came from. So we will be stuffing my wallet first, and I just focus on 2 categories only for my wallet. I don't carry all of that cash with me, so do not worry. I know I've gotten people in the past saying like, oh my gosh, why would you carry all of that money with you? Aren't you afraid? I don't carry a bunch of cash on me. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this, and let's start off with groceries. So this is for a pay period that I am withdrawing. So I get paid, and my husband gets paid every 2 weeks, and we are in the same payday cycle. So this is for 2 weeks worth of spending. And so we are gonna put $170 for groceries. I'm just gonna lump it together. I used to just separate it by weeks and only take, you know, a small amount with me, but that ended up being a little too much work. So we're just gonna do it this way. And so I'm gonna keep that in my wallet, folded, and then this is the miscellaneous category for anything extra. And so that is gonna get $50. So simple, so easy, and this is just gonna go right in here. It fits really nicely in this. So now that is gonna go in my wallet. Now onto our sinking funds binder. I put this little clip that I got from the conference. So cute. All right, let's do this. Beauty is getting $20. Let me actually put the little rock to hold this down. So Beauty is getting $20. So we now have 20, 40, and 45. Car maintenance is getting 50. So we have 50, 70, and 5. Clothing is not getting anything right now. Fun is not getting anything. Hobby is not. Holidays is not. Home is not. This is for my husband's men's retreat, so that is getting $48. So 20, 40, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this now has 20, 40, 60, 65, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 70. For this trip, there has to be a deposit made by a certain point. So we want to make sure that we have that deposit and enough for him to like have for like plane tickets and all of that. So I'm looking forward to that for him to have a good time. All right, Mint Mobile is getting $33. So we got 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. So Mint Mobile now has 20, 40, 50, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 65, $66. Oh Snap is not getting anything just yet. Pets is getting 20. So we now have $40 in there. Rent insurance is getting $5. So now has 10. Travel is getting $80. So we have 50, 70, and 80. So it has $90 in there. So we're done with our sinking funds binder. Now let's go ahead and move on to our Christmas savings challenge box. So this is a little box that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I have the printable envelopes and the trackers on my Etsy. You can print them out and laminate them yourself if you like, or you can just cut and tape the sides. But this is a little tracker, and we are just going to be stuffing 2 of these envelopes. So the $15 one and the $20 envelope. So it's this one and the 20. So we have 15, and the 20. So in the end of the 52 weeks, we will have saved $1,000. So I'm so excited for this and actually following through, you know, with completing this. And since this is laminated, you can go ahead and just mark this off. And then we just put this away. All right, so we are officially done stuffing the very first paycheck budget of 2024 and focusing on paying off our debt. So let me go ahead and show you what debt we are paying. So city card, we have our personal loan. We set money aside for that. We did use some of our emergency fund, and so $220 is going back to our emergency fund to bring it up to the $1,000 starter. So I'm so excited, you guys, to do the darn thing. Let's do the darn thing together. If you found this relatable, if you have been where I am, if you've felt the need, the feeling that you have taken a step back in your finances and stuff has just happened, that you feel that you've messed up, I am right there with you. But this year is a year of change. This year is a year of focus, focusing on our faith, our family, our finances, fitness, and fun, you guys. So all of the F's there, but I hope that you guys stick around with me, encourage me on this journey, and let's just do this darn thing together, guys. I'll see you guys right back here in a brand new video. Bye, guys.